Which is exactly Charles. Okay, so we left off. We were doing. Jamil was doing character introductions, answered what he's lying to himself about. But what about Mishiru?
Um, Nature is lying to himself about that. He's gonna get paid for this gig. Let's be honest.
Wow. So much negativity.
That's the question.
All right, moving on to Christina.
Christina, Jaina, Druid Centaur. I lied to myself about. I don't know. I know everything about myself. I don't know.
Well, I'll come back to you about your own self-lie. But what about
But
the
in
character?
terms of Jaina was lying to herself about how much she does or does not care about this mission she's on.
Is she care more than she thinks or less than she thinks?
Spoilers.
All right, that's fair. All right. Be thinking about if you can think of a lie you tell yourself before we end our intros, let me know. Otherwise, if that's okay. Jonathan.
Yes, Jonathan. My pronouns are he, him. I'm playing Kopaka, a ranger Leonin, which is like a cat person in this world. I'm currently lying to myself that this allergy medicine that I took is actually going to be any help. So if you hear me sniffling and sneezing at all, I apologize in advance. I'm trying to go on mute every time I'm doing that. And Kopaka is lying to himself about that being able to talk to Liwa again will bring him any closure for the darkness in his past.
Woof.
All right. What about Cannon?
Hi, everyone. My name's Cannon. My pronouns are he, she, they, whatever. I don't really have a preference. Whatever makes you more comfortable is fine with me. My character's name is Alistair. He is a paladin minotaur. And then the question of the day is, what are we lying to ourselves about? As a general rule of thumb, I don't lie to myself. I just think it's silly. But if Alistair is lying to himself about anything, it's about how safe he is on this mission.
All right.
My answer is kind of like Cannon's because I just know myself really well. So I know the realities that I'm in.
Good. All right, Chris?
Oh, I'm lying to myself all the time. You know what? I think that it's just being, having still that little bit of like queer shame that's like still embedded in your brain that either says you're not good enough or just like lots of negative things about myself that I'm sure Kyle hears all the time. And then has to correct me like, babe, don't say that about yourself. I would actually say is my biggest lying to myself is just like all of this sometimes like negative thoughts and that type of stuff would probably be my biggest lying to myself. Ched, on the other hand, is the opposite, where everything positive he thinks of himself is a lie. No, I think he's a narcissist, but I'd say his biggest lie to himself is that he doesn't realize he has a drinking problem.
Gotcha. All right. And can you tell us you didn't give pronouns for yourself or your character, so if you could.
I don't have pronouns, and my characters are they. Or sorry, is he? Is everything okay, Kyle?
Apparently not, because we lost him. We should do the session summary from last time and get everyone caught up.
I know exactly what he's doing. He's going to run and get his sign he made.
There you go. He's got.
To say hi to people.
Yes.
I'm very upset that
I
Jonathan.
My pad that has hi and hello to followers and subscribers and etc.
I love that Jonathan knows my boyfriend more than me because he's like, I know exactly where he's going. I was like, what is he doing? I was about to run downstairs and ask if you were okay. I was very nervous.
I'm sorry, and I missed the end of your character introduction. But hi. I realize I don't think I ever introduced myself. So
no, I want to know what you're lying to yourself about.
Well, hi.
Who are you?
I'm Kyle. Pronouns are he, him, his, and I'm lying to myself about my own confidence and competence. And I play the DM, so I use every character's pronouns and etc. And as the god narrator, I'm lying to myself about knowing what's going to happen next.
Ah.
Because in D&D, it's unpredictable because the characters make the choices. All right.
Okay.
And Hags is Jean Valjean, exactly. All right. So when we left off last time, so I realized that the thing I saved did not actually save. So,
Oh, great.
which we'd love to see it. So I'm going to put it on this. Someone give us the 2-second catch up. We ended up in front of a bridge on our way north. Can someone finish the?
Yeah, so we fought a field last time by lighting it on fire.
Wow.
Once we destroyed the grass and a threatening-looking lizard, we came across a bridge where we were not being allowed across by the guards
Yep,
from the city of Crow and Hoplites. Thank you. I was looking that up. My character Kopaka was not handling this delay or interruption very well, and tried growling at the guards to get them to move away. It did not work. He got stabbed, and now we are in combat. And Jamil, I'll let you describe what Michiru was up to because you had a little bit more of an adventure.
Well, yeah, Michiru went to the other side of the bridge and was trying to sneak around and try to fool the guards and get them to go, but he was seen. So he quickly pretended to be in distress and convinced the guards that there was an army of returned at the other side of the bridge that were going to attack. So to try to get them distracted and to go away, except one of them wanted to stay and protect me, and she quickly got stabbed in the back.
Whoopsie.
Literally.
Yes, exactly. So in the stream, y'all can see I pulled up the map of where we left off. Unfortunately, I was doing this on the whiteboard in Zoom. Unfortunately, that whiteboard thing itself did not save, but I do have the picture of it saved. So
Okay.
I'm going to go ahead and transfer us over to whiteboard view, and I'm just going to recreate this super quickly. And maybe who's to say it won't look better this time. All right, so let me go ahead and do share screen, whiteboard.
And yeah, CW Riders, there are absolutely zero plans of Kyle's that have gone correctly because of people like me.
The secret's to not plan anything ever that way. My plans can't be foiled.
By the way, Jamil, what are you wearing around your neck?
So it was supposed to be my rogue like mask, but you guys have trouble hearing me with it all.
Oh, I thought you were just becoming that gay where you just wear a scarf no matter like what temperature it is.
Oh, girl, it is a snakeskin print, so it's still very good. Look at this. Yes, mama.
I'm still trying to process the fact that I can barely hear you. This is the first time I've ever had this experience.
Wow. Yeah, so back to drawing. Back to drawing.
Back to drawing.
We'll entertain the chat in the meantime.
Thank you.
Yeah, we'll take care of the chat, Kyle. You draw.
I'm focusing on my art career as an
This
artist.
is actually an art channel now. Kyle is an artist, and we're showing how to draw a blue penis.
We're just supportive of him and his art, really.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I'm just really loving for all of the Snickers veins on this blue dick that Kyle is.
Listen, people. We can't all be artistes.
It's true.
So this is the nice map. We got a bridge.
That's the main point.
I just also want to bring up that Jonathan, I cannot believe how you have brought us into war again.
It's his fault.
What do you mean again?
Listen.
I'm blaming the first time on you because this time happened.
The last time was Alistair.
I'm just saying, maybe you poisoned all the wedding guests.
I really like the orange circle with the X in it, signifying
You would.
death.
The dead one.
Can you
Hey.
make my circle the smallest? I just want to make sure my circle's thin.
The smallest circle is going to be the Kamali the wolf.
Oh, darn it.
Just so I can signify.
Now I have a
easily.
wolf has to be my enemy as far as body types.
Yes, CW, that's correct. He has a sponsorship by the vineyard, and he has to drink.
Oh, yes. This is me with my wine. What if I...
Herb Herblinger.
Pergola fruit wines.
Yeah, Fergler. Fruit wine.
Delicious brioche.
You guys are silly.
Yeah.
Jamil, you're in a silly mood today. I don't think I've ever seen you so silly.
I had a very stressful day yesterday, so I think.
So this is kind of like a relaxer day?
Yeah.
Yeah, you deserve it.
Yeah.
I also
it's
personally...
been a stressful last 3 days, actually.
All right, people. We've actually gotten to the point of, unfortunately for y'all, we're basically ready to continue playing. But look
I know,
how
they're
pretty
just
this
really
is.
happy for this.
Yeah. I mean, he was like, I do not need to hear Jamil's life's fucking story right now. I better be finished with this fucking drawing.
So K is
Hi,
for
Phantom
Kopaka.
Louise or Lewis.
Kamali also starts with a K, but I'm putting W for wolf. I know that that's maybe reductive, but I didn't want to make Kopaka's not K. Hi, people. Sorry, I know people were just coming in as I was doing that. Actually, real quick, I'm going to cheat.
Wait, where is the one next to me the one I stabbed? Is she not dead? Is she just paralyzed?
She's just paralyzed.
Okay.
Jesus.
Hey, she's still alive.
Ish.
Okay.
She can still enjoy her delicious fruit wines.
Can she?
Yeah,
For,
all
like,
you need is your
A
hand.
new local vineyard. All right.
I just want to say this art is amazing. And
Thank you.
I think
I
you did
think so,
fantastic.
All right. I
Yes,
think
this is
we
great.
finished at the bottom of initiative order, but I cannot say for sure. So to reiterate who the people are here, the orange dots would be the Acroan hoplites, one of which has been vanquished. This one over here, has been has fallen at the hands of a dagger by Mishiru. And the green dots here are the people who are trying to cross the bridge. We have 2 humans and a centaur.
Yes.
And
Why is
that
that
other,
centaur long but not Jaina?
I just want to signify the difference here. Well, also Jaina right now is a spider.
Oh, right,
So
right.
Jaina would actually be very tiny, but I didn't want her to be completely invisible on our screens.
How big of a spider?
Very small.
Jaina?
Like standard spider size, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm
just a spider.
Confirm.
Not like that Lord of the Rings spider.
No, not like Aragog.
No,
Is that the right
if I'm a giant spider, I'll say giant spider.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just spider.
All right. So when we left off, we had just had this. We had just. I'm going to say priority to Mishiru, who here is on the other side of the river and hears and sees a commotion, but does not necessarily know all of what's going on. So Mishiru, you've just stabbed a hoplite and she has fallen over.
Was that where it ended?
I was just watching the end. The end was actually Alistair.
Ah, thank you.
Okay, that's what I thought. I thought it was
Alistair
Alistair.
now. Is that correct?
Alistair was the last one, and Chris was like, "Oh, top energy."
Ah, thank you for
So-
clarifying. Ched.
I'm going to sing a song.
All right. To whom and what is the song?
Well,
You already sang one to Alistair.
Yeah.
I sang one to, who's Alistair is you, right, Jonathan?
No,
No.
Alistair's canon.
Well, I guess Jane is beside me to the right. I'm going to sing a song to Jane.
Jaina.
Jaina.
Songs
Sorry.
About Jane by Maroon 5.
Oh, we already said it's canon. He says
That's true. That's right. Although that's not canon. Canon's Alistair.
Oh no, we're not doing this again. All right.
So just making sure. So Jonathan, you have one extra inspiration roll, and Jaina, you'll have one after this.
No, Canon has one.
Oh my God. Okay, listen.
This is the best part of D&D tonight so far.
I'm glad we do introductions every session.
I don't know how you guys expect me to remember your names.
Chris, I'm gonna make you flashcards. We're gonna review them every day.
Oh, good luck.
Maybe switch his one for some great juice.
To be fair, it's just hard. Kopaka, Alistair, they're both names.
Yes,
Yeah.
they are.
That is true.
ND.
True. They are absolutely names. You're
With
right.
Roman
Okay.
letters.
Let's move on. Let me
So I sung a song to give Jane inspiration. Well, now you said you want me to call her Jane, so I'm calling her Jane.
Okay.
I'm giving her a Jane, which is the nickname that I'm giving her personally. So Jane, I'm gonna sing you a song to give you some inspiration.
Okay.
And
I'm
she's
a-
a little
I'm a-
spider too.
I'm a spider, so I can't reply.
Okay.
Just waves.
Just go ahead and sing your song.
Hey, little spider, I hope you grow wings and fly to victory.
Beautiful.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Jaina is confused but inspired by the little ditty just presented to her by Ched. All right, Ched, do you want to move at all?
No.
Okay.
I'm just gonna give them inspiration and watch them die.
I mean, that's valid. Okay.
Campaign
Um,
over.
Wait, never mind.
Wait.
I'm on the other side of the river.
Okay. Before we go to Mishiru's turn, the people over here, one of them starts to cross the bridge, seeing that the guards are distracted, and the others are starting to pull. I know I kind of started to do this last time. They're starting to pull their wagon and trying to make their way towards the bridge, and they're looking. This one is looking at Alistair and Kopaka. I think Kopaka would see this human mouthing the words "thank you" from a distance.
What? We didn't. This isn't.
Yeah, help us.
No death.
They're about to get stabbed.
All right, Mishiru. Speaking of getting stabbed, your turn.
Okay, so I mean, is the guard just laying there? Is she saying something?
She looks like she's about to pass out, and
Good.
she said some sort of quip last time, but she's kind of crying. She's like, help, or something like that, but she's not making a lot of noise.
Okay, good. I hate small talk.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm on the side of the bridge. Do I hear the commotion that's happening on the other side?
You hear that a commotion
Yes,
is
'cause
happening. Yeah.
Okay, yes, because that's kind of what prompted me to stab her.
Mhm.
Okay, so I basically just jump over her and say sorry. I actually do say that. Not
Okay.
sorry. And make my way to the bridge. How far can I get to?
Why is this being so annoying? Sorry, I was trying to change the initiative order, and
Yeah.
I was failing. You can make it up to where this orange dot was, because this orange dot actually is a little bit further up. This is one of the so last time you encountered 3 hoplites. One you convinced to go back and try to get help. One you convinced that they were returned on this side of the bridge, and so this one is heading that way to try to stave off the returned. You could make it onto the bridge to about here.
Okay, I do have a bonus action
unless you
with
wanted to
my
do more.
cunning.
Basically,
Yeah.
if you wanted to just move, you can move further.
Well, I have cunning action, which allows me to do a bonus dash
Okay.
to get in close range. And I'm not going to attack. So I'm going to get on the bridge behind the other guy.
Mm-hmm.
And
The name didn't move.
basically what I'm trying to do, and you help me out here, like how I basically want to sneak behind him, hold the knife to his throat and be like, don't move.
Okay.
I want to take him hostage.
So let me double check something real quick. I'm going to need you to make a stealth check, most likely.
Okay.
Let me just make sure, because I don't know the specifics of if you have any like dash action things, or if those would affect this. So
Yeah, because I mean, my goals is I can either try to use him as a hostage to stop the combat on the other side, or just basically kill him. So
yeah, so go. The bridge is made of wood. It's kind of long. But knowing that it's made of wood, you want to be careful of your footsteps. Please make a deception check.
Sorry, I have to tab over. Deception. 7.
All right. So the guard hears you approaching, the soldier, the hoplite, turns to you, and asks, "Oh, you're running this way now? Is everything okay? I thought you were staying with the other hoplite."
Okay. Sorry.
Did I say deception?
Get in character.
Sorry, did I say deception last time?
Yeah.
I meant to say stealth. I'm so sorry. Make a different check. Make a stealth check.
Okay.
Maybe you'll succeed.
Think quiet thoughts.
Think quiet thoughts. Yeah.
19.
All right. The guard does not hear you coming. We're retconning what just happened. And you're able to hold a knife to his throat. But if you want to intimidate him, what are you going to say?
Okay, so I get behind him. I hold the knife to his throat. It's like, if you value your life, you'll do what I say.
All right.
Friend.
Can you actually make an intimidation check? Roll for intimidation.
Yes. Okay, intimidation. 20. Well, 22. Critical.
All right. A crone hoplite who is well trained and has been in strong both physically and mentally to serve his people and his state contemplates for a moment the knife to his throat in the position that he's in, and just gives a silent nod.
Okay. And then I just say, "Good. You're a smart little boy."
All right. Is there anything you want to, any last thing you want to say to? Actually, you know what? That is your turn. The specific directions. Actually, you know what? Go ahead and give him any specific directions or things you want to say next, if you have one.
Okay. So I just say, "How
Thanks
about
for
we
the
go
host,
and see?"
Brian. Sorry.
Why don't we go and see what's going on the other side of the bridge, sweetie? And just
All right.
urge him forward.
Gotcha.
Forward.
Yeah. Jaina, you are currently a spider, and it is your turn.
I move 20 feet. I use the dash action 20 feet, and I move 40 feet towards the cart.
Spider horse, spider horse.
Because
I'm gonna say you're right up next to Kamali.
Okay.
Does Kamali and I'm gonna say Kamali is aware that the presence of the spider that just approached is you. They realize that this is you from your energy.
Okay.
All right. Next, I'm going to give the hoplites their turn. And these two charge up here to Alistair and say, "Halt, you are under arrest for the murder of this guard." Or the murder of this
With no name.
I so don't remember where I put my name.
Guard number 4.
Guard number 4. No, for Nick.
Oh.
What on Nick? We're all named Nick. It's okay. So
Nick is such a Greek name.
And they attempt to grab Alistair's arms. Alistair, I presume you are going to try to resist?
Yes.
All right. I will give you a response, or if you want to say anything real quick as they're trying to do that.
I'm gonna try and de-escalate. So I'm gonna decide if I should try and intimidate them or if I should try to persuade them. My intimidation's much higher. So I'm going to tell them to stand down. I'm gonna say, "Stand down." This has all been a colossal misunderstanding. My party and I mean you no harm. I would prefer to not see this result in further violence. But if you threaten me, you'll end up more like your friend. And you want me to make an intimidation check?
I want you to make two things first. One is a general strength check to contest them trying to hold you. And then I'll want you to make your check for the speech.
For strength, I got a 14.
Okay.
And then intimidation, I got a 17.
All right. So the guards grab you, one on each of your arms. One of them has a very solid grip. The other one is like holding on to you, but you feel like you could move him if you wiggled enough. And they reply, yeah, just everyone says that, but we're Crowan soldiers. We can take you down. And I'm going to give the turn now to Kopaka. Because that wasn't actually Alistair's turn. That was just part of the... Actually, the other thing is going to be Mishiru with the hoplite start walking slowly across the bridge. This person is now passed out. She's alive, but she's passed out. And that's why I squished her circle. Kopaka.
All right. So the two hoplites who are closest to me don't seem like they are going to be letting Alistair go. Can I tell which one of them has a tighter grip?
Yes, the one on the right. The one that
I can tell that without a check?
No, you know what? Fine. Make a perception check. Since you asked so nicely.
Okay, I rolled a 5.
You
so
cannot tell if the situation's being handled.
All right.
If Alistair's being handled.
I'm just going to ask Alistair, do you want me to engage?
Alistair, chance to respond.
Fuck. No, not yet.
All right.
I'd like to grab the one that's closest to me and do shake him off and grab him, similar to what Mishiru is doing, but without a knife.
So you're going to the one that's closer to you. So the one that's you hop over the corpse and go up to him and attempt to accost him with a knife.
Yeah, like behind him. Not with a knife. I have an axe. Just like grab him and like pull him off Alistair.
All right. I'm going to need you to make a make an attack roll for that. Make like a roll for DC.
With any bonus?
With disadvantage. Unless you'd like to use your you don't have inspiration, remember, that's Alistair.
No, I don't.
I deleted the other person, by the way. The corpse is just getting in the way.
15.
Okay.
I gave it the same hit DC, the +5 that I normally get.
Good. Make an intimidation roll to see if you going up to them and trying to do this has an impact on what's happening.
19.
Okay. So you go up and try to wrap your armored axe around the guard in a threatening manner. He kind of shoves you off, but he seems shaken that there is a chance that between the Minotaur and the Leonin that he and his partner could get overpowered. I'm going to give turn to Alistair now.
I mean, who wouldn't be scared? He's 6'7".
Oh God. Mm-hmm.
So intimidating them did not work.
Right now, they each have a grip on one of your arms.
Right. So can I dash full speed into the cart and slam one of them into the cart?
So you'll be having to try to drag them with you, as each has one of your arms. You can. I would say that would require you to make a new strength check as an action, like an action to
is-
basically try to overpower them and move.
You're gonna piss these cart carriers off.
If that's what you want to try, that's what you would have to do, because they are like really holding you pretty still.
I see. Okay, so the one on my right, I'm going to try and push him to the ground.
Okay.
You want me to do a strength check?
Can you make an unarmed strike? Can you roll for an attack unarmed strike on him?
Oh, Kamali didn't do anything.
Kamali's not.
turn is mixed
Kama-
with Jaina's.
Yeah, Kamali's not doing anything
Uh,
because I'm a spider.
She didn't do anything. So for hit, I rolled a 13. And then for damage...
You did not You did not succeed.
Didn't succeed?
No.
Great.
All right. Do you want to say anything before your turn ends?
I'm going to... Well, hang on one second. I can't remember the name of the individual that I would like to reference.
Well, in the meantime, I'll say the guard that you try to push down says, "No, stay steady." I keep saying guard. They're soldiers. They're like hoplites. Sorry.
They're hoplites. I'm going to say, okay, soldier, stand down. Send word to Commander Cypher-Diaz. He'll vouch for me.
Let me... Can you make a persuasion check?
Yeah. Persuasion. 21.
Okay. And I'm just going to try something real quick. Sure. So, okay. It appears the guard on your left has no recognition of that name. The guard you just tried to push down, though, stares at you for a second and says, "What business do you have with Sphodius?"
He and I are old military friends. And
Must be pretty old, given that he's no longer a commander.
Well, when we served together, he served as my lieutenant commander, so send word. When he gets here, he's going to be pretty pissed off when he finds out that you're not listening to me.
What is your name and title, then?
That's not important. What is
I
it?
think it's pretty important, given that we need to send for him and verify his relation to you.
Fine. Tell him it's Alistair.
All right. And what was your title?
I was commander of the Lycaean forces here in Akros.
So he
Oh,
just kind of
shit.
grunts and looks around and asks, "Okay, you let go of that arm. Go up to the stop and see if they have any recognition of this Commander Alistar who served with General Sphodius." And so this one is going to let go of your arm and is going to start moving that way in a second. This one's going to tighten his grip on your arm. And we're going to go to Ched's turn.
It's like I'm getting a little arm hug.
You're muted.
Bad.
Sorry, I forgot. So I want to make a performance check. My character decides to tighten his groin cloth around him, lay down near the lake, and try to distract the officer holding Alistar by posing sexily next to the lake.
Uh-huh.
You know what? It's on brand. I'm here.
So you're next to the river. Like how close are you? Are you going to move closer to them at all before you do this?
Slightly.
As you do this?
So basically, down a little bit. Perfect, right there.
That's
So
the
I
spot.
just lay down my stuff and just try to lay sexily
Make a performance check.
near the lake. We'll see how this goes.
Wait, I'm lost. Is Chet trying to seduce something?
Yes, as usual.
Yeah, what else would Ched be doing?
Singing a song.
14.
All right. You see that one of the guards has just let go of Alistair and is starting to turn the other way. The other guard out of the corner, you can see that out of the corner of his eye, as he's observing the scene, sees what you're doing over there and does divert his gaze to you for a moment before shaking his head and focusing on the Minotaur in front of him.
Amazing.
I'm going to then do the turn for these merchants. They see, the ones over here see that this guard is starting to turn closer and come back to them. So these ones freeze, but this one starts to sprint forward, but runs into the guard with Mishiru, where Mishiru has the dagger to this guard's throat, or to this soldier's throat, and what is going on here? Mishiru, you have a chance to respond.
Okay, so I have one dagger on the guard, and then I pull my other one, and I was like, you tell me what's going on here. Why don't you explain what's going on?
The human looks at the face of the hoplite, stares for a moment, and then stares back at you and says, I'm trying to get across this bridge. It looks like you are going the other direction. Would that be okay with you?
I don't think so. What happened to my companions that are on the other side of this bridge?
Well, they started to fight with the other hoplites, and I was trying to get across while they were distracted. I haven't looked back though to see what's resulted.
So you took advantage of the situation and decided to sneak by.
Yes.
Okay, carry on. I respect that.
Okay. So this person's going to end up passing through on this side. It is now your turn, Mishiru.
Okay. My goal right now is to use this card and walk across the bridge. So.
Okay.
I
didn't mean to walk the bridge. All right. So because you're with them, you're going a bit slower. You're like getting to the bottom of the bridge, and the people here can see what's happening. You can basically, you get to a point, I'm going to stop it before your full movement, where you can see that there is a guard, or I should like start a fund of every time I say guard instead of hoplite or soldier. There's a dead body of an Acroan hoplite right here, almost beneath the feet of Kopaka. You see Alistair is restrained by one, and that another guard has just turned and started to go towards the bridge, and the people here are frozen.
Okay, can they see me?
They can see you. Are you going to proceed? These people can see you. It looks like this guard hasn't, or this hoplite hasn't looked up at you to notice yet, but you are in range to be seen by them.
Okay. And I can still act, right?
Yes. So you took one movement speed so far.
Okay. So I kind of just address, since they can see me, I'll just go like, what do I want to say? Hold on. How intimidating I want to sound. Okay. So I just I look at that and I take the dagger and then I point it at the hoplite's hoplite's soldier.
Mm-hmm.
And then I go, hey boys, am I interrupting something?
Can you make a performance check?
Okay.
I want to see basically how the people respond.
10.
All right. So you managed to get the people's attention, and they're trying to decide. So Kopaka looks up and sees you. Alistair can't really turn all the way, but hears you say something. But Alistair can't really see what you're doing. Ched is mid-seduction. This guard turns his head and starts and looks over towards you, but can't really see what's going on. But this one is like, unhand him! And the people here are kind of snickering. The other people are kind of snickering.
Okay.
So this guard is going to be approaching towards you, but it's not
on his turn.
Yeah, on his turn.
Okay.
Jaina, you are a spider. You were able to observe everything that just happened, even from your low vantage point. With your great eyesight and ears and such, you know what's going on.
So my goal, I'm so happy because they stopped moving. I want to go in the wagon.
All right. So are you going to get up in the? Oh God. Basically just in the stuff over here, like up the side, up the back. Does it matter to you?
Like, is it? I mean, what kind of
It
wagon is it? Is it
it
like
is
a covered
not.
wagon or?
It is a wagon where it is covered with a tarp. It is not the full size of like a full covered wagon. It was being pulled by these two people.
Yeah.
But there's a tarp or canvas that is covering anything that's in there, and it is fastened down with some rope.
Okay, but are there any? I am a spider.
Mhm.
Are there any spider-sized gaps
Oh no,
where I
yeah,
can go
you could
into the
get
wagon?
under there if you want. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. You're into the cart.
What's in it?
All right, yeah. So, because you're a spider, you might not be able to explore everything super quickly. Can you make an investigation check?
Okay. Wait. Sorry, that got hit. I need to move my dice out of the way. Oh, 10.
Okay. So you see some things that look like, oh, these are kind of, just traveling supplies, some food, some rations, some camping materials. But you also see multiple bags of coins, or you can sense that there's 3 bags, three which have three bags of coins, although you're getting a different vibe from one of the bags. Additionally, you can kind of smell that there are some vials of something in the back of this caravan that smell toxic to you from your spider sensing. So I'm going to say that's where you end for now.
Okay.
Kamali, by the way, was mostly staying there, but kind of moved a little bit closer to you, I would say. Away from the guard and towards where you went. But people aren't really paying attention to Kamali.
He's a good boy.
Yes. This guard comes up and rushes up and charges towards Mishiru and Gus, the guard, or the soldier Gus, and says, "Unhand him!" and he draws his Nick B draws his spear and points it towards you and Gus. Do you have any response, Mishiru?
I have a knife to the guy's neck, so I would just I would push it in just to draw a little bit of blood. I would think carefully about your next movement, sweetie.
Make an intimidation check.
Oh God, what's my intimidation here? That's not terrible. 15.
The guard, the soldier, the hoplite that is not your hostage, slightly lowers his spear and asks, "What's your game?"
Okay. What's your game? I only asked what's going on here. You just threw a blade at me.
I'm here defending our people and our land, and right now, you're threatening one of those two choices. Maybe even both.
Well, I just wanted to cross this bridge and see what the commotion was. And he was in my way.
We don't take kindly to that. Mishiru, I need you to make a general strength check.
Oh God, what's he gonna do? Where would I do that? Or just click on the strength?
Yeah, if that works.
Oh, that did not work.
Because the guard that you're holding hostage is attempting to break free.
I mean, there's a saving throws.
Make a strength saving throw.
9.
All right. The hoplite that you are holding to holding the dagger to the throat and pressing in, stomps down on your foot and elbows you in the rib cage on the side of the arm where you're holding the knife, and breaks away and moves over a little bit and turns around and faces you. This guard takes the opportunity and comes up and points their spear right at your chest and does not yet attack and says, "Hey, let's rethink that." The hoplite that's down here sees now that there's this whole commotion going on and tugs on Alice, like tries to grab for Alistair's other arm and tug on Alistair to come with him to move this way. Alistair, do you contest that?
Yes.
All right. Make a strength check.
23.
All right. The hoplite attempts to pull you with, and you pull back, and the hoplite falls to the ground and lose it. They no longer have a grip on you. This hoplite is now on the ground, and you are free of their restraints, and you see what is going on. I'm going to, before we go to your turn. What?
Nothing. I just had.
That's not what Greek hoplites look like.
Do you want me to put it? There's lots of pictures I could show, like, because like, you.
I just imagine they talk. I imagine they all talk like the guards from Oblivion.
Yes.
Like,
sure.
Stop! You violated the law.
These are like some of the cards of hoplites from the Theros world. So a crone hoplite, there's literally a card like this. You can kind of see them over here. This is one from Melitus.
Were you showing them on the Twitch?
Yeah.
Okay, sorry.
If you wanted to see the example here, or let's say a Crone Crusader is a sword-bearing one.
There's a Satyr hoplite, Chris.
There is a Satyr hoplite. Yeah, so...
Ooh, and a crow and horse. Spoilers.
Spoilers. Yeah, that was used in the Akroan War.
They are cute.
Are you looking at the Satyr one?
All of them.
All of them? All right. That's where I'm going to stop sharing so that there's no more spoilies.
After I called one cute. I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm. Now you're going to try to do extra seduction stuff.
Yeah.
We left off... Oh, wait. This is the stats sheet of someone. Okay. Kopaka, you just saw the hoplite grasping Alistair lose grip and fall to the ground. And what just happened on the bridge, and it is now your turn.
I wasn't able to intimidate the one guy. We don't want to kill them. But my main goal is still to get across the bridge. So I'm gonna walk up to the one that Michiru had held hostage. Because he's not facing me, and I'm gonna grab him and take him and be like, get off.
So going around this way?
We have to get across. I thought the one on the right was the one that I knew already.
The one that got away was this one.
Okay.
The one that you already knew was this one.
All right. So the one we already knew, it has to go back into town to let Cyphodius know about our arrival.
Yeah.
I'm going to go up to the one that Michiru is holding hostage and be like, and grab him. Be like, look,
all right,
we need to get across.
Like grab like Michiru did, or just grab like their arm?
I think like Michiru did, just my axe instead of a knife.
All right, I need you to make a stealth check.
Ooh, this is actually a skill I'm good at. 17.
Okay. And now I need you to make a generic strength check.
12.
So you sneak up on the guard over here and try to grab them, but he is kind of shaky and just like shakes you off. It's like, no more. And you said, did you express to him that you just wanted to get across, or what were you trying to say?
I'm saying we're trying to get across, and we've had enough of these interruptions.
Well, right now...
Leave him alone. We're trying to get a message to Cyphodius.
right now, oh, okay, actually, let me make a persuasion check, because you, one, don't know who that person is, but also I need you to see if they will want to believe that.
11.
All right. So the Hoplay's ears kind of perk up, but he doesn't trust this Leonin trying to say that they want to talk to an Crow in general. You're being awfully suspect for people who just want to cross a bridge.
You were the ones who stabbed me in the gut.
So this guard then turns to the one who is on the bridge. Did someone stab this Leonin? And
Yes,
this guard,
his body's back over there.
And the guard looks over and sees the corpse of the other guard and says, "What happened here?" At this point, I'm going to go turn to Alistair, who just knocked free of the hoplite who is holding him.
They stabbed me first.
Is it my turn?
Yes, it is your turn.
Okay, so first thing I'm going to do is to the hoplite that's on the ground, I'm going to say, "Soldier, stay where you are if you want to keep your head." Then I'm going to walk past him, walk over to the bridge, and address the two guards that are on the bridge, specifically the one that I told to go and check with Commander Sifo-Dyas.
Yeah.
I'm going to say, "Michiru, let them walk by. There's no need for us to escalate this violence any further." And as far as you two, can I determine their rank by what they're wearing?
I would say make an investigation check.
Investigation check? Okay, let me see that. Where is investigation? Ooh, no. We got 3.
You can't tell their rank right now.
Bummer.
It's been a while since you've been in the Crowan military, and also it's not facing in a way where it'll be easy for you to tell.
Fair enough. Okay.
Michiru, would you like to respond to Alistair's command?
Oh, yes. I mean, I don't know. All I did was just ask what was going on. I don't know what all the animosities for.
This,
You say, waving a knife around.
Yeah.
This hoplite scoffs and says, "You can't feign ignorance when you almost drew the blood of an Crowan hoplite. And you," and he turns to face Alistair and Kopaka, "you two did draw blood and did more than that. You sent one of our best soldiers, to an early visit to Erebos, and that should not be forgiven. I'm only letting you go because I was ordered by my superior to go report to the general."
Are you soldiers such drama queens?
Seriously. I'm going to say, stand down, soldier. Enough people have died today. I wouldn't want to add you to that list. And you're wearing my patience thin. You don't want to end up like your friend. I suggest you go and tell Commander Sifo-Dyas that I'm here.
Can you make an intimidation check?
Oh, yes. God, I love that. Where is my intimidation?
I would listen to him. He has a big sword.
21.
Okay. The guards. This hoplite attempts to lowers his spear and tries to just push past Michiru. At this point, by the way, this person's like, would have like just bolted across this way. Tries to push past Michiru. Michiru, make a strength saving throw.
13.
All right. So this person kind of shoves you. You stay stable, but they continue along down this way. I'm going to go to Ched now. Ched.
So I've decided to start slowly running towards Alistair, but like in slow motion, like I'm a Babe Watch babe. I wink at the guard that's down to the right of me. I'm not gonna run all the way, but like a little bit towards it. Yeah.
This is like probably how far you could get.
Okay, so around there, and I just wink at the guard, giving him a performance check. Let me do it.
Or you're trying to like seduce him more.
Yeah, seduce him more.
Do you have any spells you're using, or is it just like regular, just trying to seduce, and you want to like?
I don't want to use any spells right now because I only have disguise self, charm. I'll use charm person if I have to. If this performance check doesn't work.
You do one or the other.
So I'm just doing a performance check. Basically, I'm saying like, if this doesn't work, I'll probably have to use the spell afterwards. So I'm gonna use performance, and it is it's a 20.
Nat 20 or dirty 20?
With I have a 15 plus 5.
Okay. The hoplite on the ground, who's been hurt and disoriented and angry, sees the wink from the satyr bouncing thick-thighed, furry thighs in motion, winking, and for a brief moment smiles and gets to his feet, looking towards Ched rather than at what's going on over there. But he's still is just standing there for now.
You're welcome. You're welcome, team.
Yes.
This human is over there. The human and centaur here have decided to turn, and they're just trying to pull their wagon thing north. Jaina, you are still in it. Mishiru, so this person just pushed past you, and this hoplite seems really concerned with everything that's going on, but is kind of just standing back for the moment.
Wait, which one?
I'm sorry, because I stopped clicking on them. Oh god, there. This one, the one you were holding hostage previously, was this one.
Oh. Well, I mean, we're out of combat right now.
We're out of combat, but it's still very tense, so I'm going to still go in this order because someone might try to reinitiate combat.
Okay.
So it is to you now.
Oh, okay. So I just look at him. It's like, hi, friend. So what happened here? Can somebody fill me in?
Are you looking to your teammates or the
Yes,
hoplite?
I'm looking to the teammate now.
Okay, so Alistair and Kopaka, who are closest, are being asked that question.
One of them stabbed me, so I killed him in return. While Alistair has a friend in the city.
And most of that is not correct.
Okay.
How is it not correct?
Mishiru, roll for insight.
So first of all...
Wait, I can pause real quick.
Oh, okay.
Oh, it's a 13.
Okay. You are basically you're using the information that you were just given by Kopaka. But Alistair, if you wanted to correct that, you can in character.
Can you see me stabbed and that body on the ground?
I'd like to make a correction to what our good friend Kopaka has maybe not quite correctly remembering the events of just a few minutes ago. He's might be going through something kind of traumatic. Kopaka intimidated these nice hoplites. One of them reacted violently, and I killed him as a result.
Hoplite brutality.
And you were stabbed?
Yes.
The hoplite here is looking and seems to believe what Alistair is saying.
Okay.
So and he responds, so what is happening with the dead hoplite and the messenger?
In the interim, we've sent a member of this hoplite's battalion into town to hopefully confirm that I was in fact a member of the Ukroan military at one point, so that they know that we're not a threat to them. The last thing we want is the Ukroan authorities looking for us while we are on our journey, and escalating further violence with them is unwise.
Also, yes,
speaking
Alistair
of journey,
used to be part of the Ukroan military. I feel like that's pretty big.
Okay, and lastly, my final question: where are Chet and Jaina? Sounds like this took place with just the two of you.
All right, I'm gonna pause you right there. The other hoplite on the bridge who you're talking to, Gus, says you addresses Alistair first. You are in the military. What? Who are you, and who are you trying to get word to?
My name is Alistair. I'm a native of Akros. I
Are you a
serve.
Minotaur native of Akros?
Correct. We do exist. There's not many of us, but we do exist. I was a commander in the Lycraean forces. I'm sure you're familiar.
Mm-hmm. All right. How do I know that you're speaking the truth?
Well, when your comrade comes back, he'll be able to confirm, assuming that Commander Siphidius is still in charge.
Commander Siphidius. I thought he's our general.
Son of a bitch. He's been promoted. Look at that. Yes. Then even better. Then General Siphidius will be able to clear this issue up, and hopefully we'll all be able to go on our way. If I may, can I ask why you've stopped this cart full of humans in the Centaur? Is there a reason you're not allowing people to cross into the city?
Well, I was on patrol on the other side of the bridge and only approached when I saw something come up with this Triton here. So I can't speak on behalf of these comrades, but we've taken a policy of trying to ensure that only travelers who would not cause disruptions or further incite chaos would be entering our territory. We've had some issues where they're following the fall of, Xenagos, that things have gotten a little tense around here, especially following the absence of Hixus. There have been some shakeups, and so we're just trying to make sure everyone is safe.
Understood.
Okay. I'm going to say Jaina. Sorry, this is taking so long to get back to you. Jaina, you feel the cart moving. Not very fast, but a little bit. You're in the cart still as a spider.
Yes. I was just double checking something. So,
Okay.
what were the two? So, I don't care about the gold. I don't care
Mhm.
about the travel stuff. You said something smelled weird, and what was the other interesting thing?
So one of the bags of gold smelled weird. The other thing was that there were vials that smelled poisonous coming from the back of the area that basically saying you can go over there and look at them.
Okay. So, what I was checking
Mhm.
was wait, how big are the bags? The one that smells, the one that's weird, and then
It
how
is
big is the one with the
tied
poison
with a
stuff?
spider-sized opening that you could slip through.
Which one?
The bag that smells weird. Is that what you're asking?
Yeah. And I have the spider has dark vision. I was double checking
Okay,
stuff.
yeah.
So. Yeah, so I want to see what's in the weird smelly bag.
Okay. The smelly coin bag, right?
Yeah.
Okay. You get in there and you smell some you realize that these coins look vintage. They look like they've now, as a centaur who's not been or dealt with a lot of direct work in the polies, you still know what their regular currency looks like. These look like either older or decorative coins, and they smell of death.
Death.
If you want to make a religion insight check, you can.
Okay.
What does death smell like?
Well,
That is a good question.
I mean, wouldn't it be like the smell of a rotten animal or human? Like, is that what you mean?
Yes, or rather, it smells like that, mixed with some kind of like almost smoky, sulfury scent.
Oh, okay. So, and which one am I doing again? Religion?
You can make an insight or religion check depending on what you are trying to figure out about them.
I'm trying to figure out why it would smell like death if it's
Okay.
just coins, because that's weird.
Okay. Make an
So
insight
which
check.
one is that? Insight? Okay. 15. 15.
All right. You think that these coins may have been ones that people were buried with, or that may have been taken to the realm of the dead in the underworld, or were planned to have gone with people to the underworld, but they are obviously no longer on dead bodies.
Okay.
So, yeah, basically they were offerings that people offerings for what people would have brought with them to the underworld, but they're not in the underworld. But it smells like they have a connection.
Okay.
Kinda,
Just
yeah.
okay, so just to make sure, out of character.
Out of character, okay.
So yeah, so Jaina and Lelio would respect death as a process.
Yes.
Would the Raiders do this type of stuff too in any way? Like, would she see this as a corruption of the natural cycle of death?
She knows that it would
Possibly.
be connected to some based on not knowing exactly the nature of where they came from, just that it's connected to that. I would say that you would not find it to be an aberration.
Okay, but what I mean is, would she know that this is sketchy? Like, this is not cool.
You would say that this is odd, but you're not sure necessarily what actually happened, where these coins would be otherwise. Like basically, it's a lot of unknowns, and you don't really. I'd say you don't know. You think that this is kind of weird, but you also don't know what the vibe is.
So because I've been watching everything, and everything's kind of been a crapshoot a bit, and we have to, and she doesn't feel like waiting. She's going to turn into a giant lizard in the cart while grabbing one of the bags.
You can wild shape out of one animal directly into another. That's correct?
Yeah.
Okay. Wait, so you're turning into what again?
I was looking for the largest creature I had. And the largest one is a giant lizard, which is a large beast.
Yes.
Because I want the
you're exploit
I want
out of
the
there.
I want the thing, because yes, that's what I want to do.
I want you to make a dexterity check, just to make sure that you don't topple over as the cart kind of explodes and collapses beneath you.
Okay. Oh, I'll show it to everybody. So I rolled a Kraken, which with my Kraken dice, that means it's a 20. So I got a nat 20, which and it was dexterity.
Yeah.
So I mean, that would be +2, so 22.
All right. From within the cart that is being pulled by the human and centaur who were trying to get over the bridge, all of a sudden, everyone hears this loud noise as the wheels on the cart sink and break, and a giant lizard, larger than the cart itself, of kind of a darkish or orangish brown scale color.
Actually, it would be solid black. Solid black lizard.
That one is solid black. Sure, fine.
Yeah, every animal I'll turn into will be black.
Oh, okay. A solid black lizard, larger than the cart, tall as like a centaur, I would say. Like basically both its horse body with the human torso on top. It is like that tall when it is flat and not standing on its hind legs, but it is longer than the cart, and beneath it the cart collapses, and I'll call them merchants. The merchants here freak out and start to run away a little bit, but then turn around to see what's going on because they just want to get out of the potential danger zone. You hear what sounds like glass shattering and wood cracking and sounds like metal clattering on metal a little bit beneath this lizard that has suddenly appeared. And you said you were going to try to grab one of the bags. Is that what you said?
Yeah. So what I wanted to do is I wanted to stop the cart, and then whichever bag, one of the bags that is weird, I want it to be, well,
do you want to grab
the
weird
lizard,
bag
the lizard thing is just to open the cart.
Gotcha.
Now that the cart's open, I'm reverting back to Centaur Jaina. That way I can just grab it. Because what I want to do is I want to say, okay, so this is ridiculous. I'm tired of waiting. We need to go.
I'm gonna have you turn
this
back.
Bag is weird. I don't know why.
I'll make you into that human and do that once we get back to your turn. For now, people are seeing the cart more or less explode with a giant lizard. And the merchants are just kind of like, what the heck? So in this conversation over here, Mishiru had just asked what Ched and Jaina had been up to, because this seemed to only be involving them. And right after Mishiru asks, wait, what about Ched and Jaina? This cart seems to explode with a giant lizard. And Kopaka, it is your turn.
Am I taken aback or surprised at what's going on?
Yes, you were not expecting that cart to explode into a giant lizard.
Okay. Wait, so when you say explode into a giant lizard,
what I mean by that is that the top burst off, the stuff that was in it has been strewn about, and the cart itself has 4 wheels and a bottom. It fell flat. The wooden wheels and cart broke beneath this lizard.
Okay, so the lizard is just very heavy. All right.
The lizard is large and heavy. The tarp that was on top kind of sprung off because the ropes were tethering it, and those broke.
I'm going to go up and attack the lizard. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm joking.
Okay.
Joking.
I mean, you can. We don't know who it is.
I'd like to take advantage of the surprise and restrain the hoplite that's next to us. That's next to me.
Okay. Make a generic strength check with advantage.
I rolled a 20.
All right. You restrain the hoplite. You turn and grab him and hold his arms. Do you hold your axe up to him? You hold his arms behind his back? What are you doing?
No, I think we are now not needing to threaten anyone. I just want to make sure that no one will be attacked by a surprise attack.
So, can you clarify?
I'm behind. I'm holding his arms back. I don't need to threaten him with my axe. I'm just holding his arms back.
Thank you. Okay. Any movement or talking you want to do real quick?
No. I don't want to I just say I'm not getting stabbed again.
All right.
Great. I'll stab him.
Alistair, to you.
Is that really necessary, Kopaka?
Look at the wound that's in my side and tell me that again.
Fair enough. Just no more violence, please. And can someone explain to me why there's a giant lizard crushing that cart? I'm gesturing to the human merchants.
And by the way, just so y'all have a sense of timing-wise within the game, it is about 4 o'clock, 4:30-ish in the game. And in real life, we're going to be taking our intermission soon-ish, but... So, yeah.
Perfect, so my dinner's almost ready.
Actually, I'm going to say... Actually, we'll finish off with Ched before going to intermission. We're not going to do the special intermission thing that I originally had planned for today. We're going to hold that off for a future, basically next session. Okay, sorry. So I cut you off, Kopaka. Or sorry, I cut you off, Alistair. You're saying, was that really necessary? Kopaka says, okay, sorry. Continue.
I want to know
the lizard, right?
I want to know why these merchants have a giant lizard that just appeared out of nowhere in their cart.
All right. And are you directing that question at the merchants?
Yes.
You can see that they look stunned and kind of shocked, and they're like, We didn't put it there. That wasn't us.
Okay.
Do we see Jaina emerging yet?
Not yet.
No.
But you do see that Kamali is near-ish the cart, but not
Those are
like
within my dagger range.
comfortable. I'm gonna go to Ched's turn now, because we're basically out of combat, so we're gonna keep it flowing. But just because you're currently restraining someone, I want to make sure that like we're able to get back in if possible. So Ched, you slow-mo ran past this guard who is definitely paying some attention to you. You're muted.
Sorry, I try to like just because I don't want the sound of the outside to get in here.
No, it's okay. I can hear you talking from upstairs before I hear the other stuff. That's why.
Yeah, it's just there. I don't want the noise outside. Okay,
That's good.
so basically, I'm gonna keep running towards Alistair. But I made this short, so I already made a performance check. I got 16 plus 5, 21.
What are you doing?
So I'm slow motioning, running.
Oh, you're still doing that with the intention of. Well, first of all, you're about here when the cart collapses underneath that. Are you paying attention to that?
A little bit, but I'm more so fixed on trying to manipulate the guard to the right.
Oh, right. So you said what was your performance check?
It was a 16 plus 5, so 21.
Okay. The hoplite here has gotten up and was originally looked like he was going to be moving up towards that way, but comes and approaches the satyr and says, "Oh, what are you up to?"
And I just feel like, oh, I'm just up here for a run. I'm just trying to like really, hey bro, like I'm just really trying to get these thighs worked out. You know, it's a hot day. And then all of a sudden there's like all this commotion. I don't even know what's going on. There's like a dead person and a giant lizard. I feel so scared. It would feel so much better if there was giant 6'7" arms around me.
The hoplite responds, "Well, working your thighs is working for me. It definitely seems to be paying dividends. But here, let me stay by you and protect you. There's a lot of violent stuff going on over here. I wouldn't want anything to happen to you."
Thanks, bro. That's it. That's all I want.
I'm going to have us take our quick 10. I know we're going to end the session a little bit early tonight, but I know I have to use the restroom, so let's keep the intermission short to like about 5 minutes. Does that work for people?
Yeah, 5 minutes.
All right, and we are back. Can someone confirm that they can hear us? It looks like I did remember to turn my mic on this time.
Kyle, can you explain real quick while everything's setting up? You're heard, but what is your background real quick?
This background?
As you're punching.
My backdrop that I chose for today's session is the Temple of Triumph. It's magic art from the kind of temples you might see in or around Akros, devoted to Irawas, the god of victory.
And no one worships the god of victory, correct? No one.
You mean in this party?
Yeah.
The people in this party, we've got Jaina, who is devoted to Nylea, the god of the hunt. Alistair, devoted to Heliod, the god of the sun. And Mishiru is devoted to Phoenix, the god of deception.
Oh, so no one in victory.
So no one for Irwis. Okay. And we left off at the top of initiative order with Mishiru.
Please don't kill anyone. Please don't kill anyone.
I don't know. There's a giant lizard over there. Okay. So, top of initiative. Okay, so Alpaca.
This guard has started to walk like the other way. By the way, like
yeah, he doesn't.
Like, this one is held by Kopaka currently,
and the other guy doesn't notice that.
This guy is flirting with Chad.
No, the one walker away doesn't notice that the other guy.
Oh yeah, no. This one is intently trying to get across the bridge to deliver the message.
Okay. Oh God, there's just so much going on. Okay. I think everybody just needs to stop. Kopaka, here. And I grab one of my potions and I throw it at him. Why don't you clean yourself up?
All right. Kopaka, you catch it, receive it. Just give a thumbs up if that's good.
Let me also adjust my inventory.
I was going to say I'm not going to take the potion. I have a good berry that's going to go bad. It expires at the end of the day, right?
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to throw it back. Save that for later.
Oh.
I can grab the good berry on my turn.
All right, then. Anybody know what the deal is with the lizard?
As you say that,
yeah.
I'm going to go to Jaina's turn.
So not going to change back.
You're not going to change back?
No, because Alistair said, "What's up with the lizard?" So I'm going to play with this.
Oh, okay.
So
Okay, sorry. So Jaina does the following.
So I'm going to, with my mouth, grab one of the weird bags, and I'm going to toss it to the one that's currently flirting because the other one's held.
Gotcha. So you're tossing the weird bag. Are you grabbing it with your tongue or the arm?
Oh, yeah, because the tongue can like blend stuff.
Yes, exactly. That's the scientific term.
I'll do so. Yeah, I'll grab it with the tongue, flick it at
this dude.
This makes me think of Fern Gully. The lizard.
Can you make an unarmed strike check? I know you're not like trying to hurt them.
I'm not trying to hit him.
I know, but to make sure you're tossing, like, to make sure you don't hit him with your toss.
Okay. Well, either way, I guess it's okay. Oh, I got a nat 20 again.
All right. So where exactly you're just trying to toss it at his feet?
He's flirting and with Jed. So to get his attention, I want it to. Which way is he facing? Away from me, towards me.
He is basically facing. Where?
Is he facing Ched?
He's 45 degree facing Ched, 45 degree ish towards the lizard. Or if that may, or he's offset. He's not fully looking straight at Ched. But he is basically, you would just be in the corner of his eye.
Okay, then yeah, I want it to be tossed kind of like right in front of him. That way it's like, look.
All right. It lands right in front of him at his feet, startling him and Ched. And he looks down at it and then looks at the lizard. What is going on? Ched, do you have a response to seeing the lizard just toss this bag of coins right in front of you?
Bro, I get attention all the time. I can't stop it. I just can't stop getting attention. Am I allowed to make a perception check now?
Yeah, go for it. I'm going to say we no longer will have to follow initiative order.
It's an 18 plus 1, 19.
All right. You can tell that this was tossed over here by the lizard and that it was aiming very precisely to do that. Based on your knowledge of lizards and animals, you find this a bit odd that...
Well, and I know Jaina's not here, right?
Like, you're looking around, you see that Jaina's not here. Kamali's like vaguely close-ish to the lizard, and she's the only person missing.
Oh, I feel like
actually, you also know that she did. She turned into a spider previously, and you haven't seen her since.
So I think I'm kind of putting 2 and 2 that I'm not 100% sure, but it would make a little bit sense.
Gotcha. Yeah. Okay. So this bag lands in front of the hoplite. He reaches down and is like, and he opens the bag.
I just want to make sure that when I reach down to grab the bag, I'm lifting my butt up towards the guard.
Oh, wait, so you're grabbing the bag?
Yes, I'm going to grab the bag, actually.
Okay.
So I grab the bag seducingly towards the guard, lifting my butt around.
Grab it. And he extends his hand, trying to, as if he was expecting you to give the bag to him. Do you?
No. I just wink at him like, no, bad boy.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Well,
to Ched and the hoplite.
That might be some contraband. Are you being a naughty little satyr?
And I just go, tee hee hee hee.
The rest of the party can hear this.
If a lizard could roll its eyes, Jaina would be rolling her eyes so hard.
The lizard's eyes roll horizontally around.
But yeah.
To be fair, I don't know what's in this bag. I might think Jaina was trying to, or whatever this lizard is trying to give me money. I don't know. So I'm trying to make sure I take it.
Are you opening it, or are you just being silly with it and holding it close to you?
I'm just like sillily like taking it, putting it behind me, and flirting with the guard. Like,
Sure.
Yeah.
Everyone else, what are your reactions?
I'm gonna walk over to Ched and the guard and look in the bag.
All right.
I'd like to look at the merchants.
All right. I'll do Alistair first. Alistair, you try to grab the bag from Ched. Ched, are you resisting?
No, I'm not trying to grab it. I'm just saying, I'm going to walk over to him and I'll be like, Ched, can I see what's in the bag, please?
Can I say sure without breaking eye contact with the guard?
Yes. All right. Alistair, you've been handed the bag. I'm going to have Kopaka watching the merchants right now. Kopaka sees the merchants, and they're looking at the wreckage and at the bag, and they're trying to figure out. It looks like that they are whispering to themselves, like, about the bag, and one of them starts to come close this way, and the other one actually starts to back away. Kopaka, did you want to try to listen in on what they were whispering?
Sure. Actually, I'm gonna let the guard go, and I'm gonna extend my axe out in front of him, the green one, to stop him from getting closer.
Okay.
Can Jaina try to listen to what they're doing?
Yeah,
Sure.
I would like to try to listen to them first, but
sure. Okay.
I want to stop them.
Can you both make a perception check?
Aw, natural one.
Jaina,
natural 20, 22.
Okay. Jaina doesn't even really hear if they are not actually talking. She doesn't even really sense where they are. She's too enthralled with what just happened. Kopaka, on the other hand, heard very clearly them whispering, "Wait, was that the bag? Do you think it was the right one? If so, should we get going? I don't know. I'm going to go check." And the centaur says, "Okay," and starts to back away slowly. And then you stop this human.
Yeah, stop it with an extended arm.
I'm going to switch over to Alistair, who's opening the bag. Alistair, you are, with your minotaur nostrils, able to to smell the coin. You smell coin. You see the coins and you smell them, and they look really weird to you. Do you want to try to glean anything from them?
Can I do like an insight check or a perception check to see if I recognize anything about them?
Yeah. I would say make an insight check.
15.
All right. Similar to what Jaina found out, these coins look old, not like any regular currency you've seen, or either that or they are purposely decorative, and they smell of death. It's almost as though they had been on dead bodies or come from the realm of the dead.
Okay. I'm going to let the party know these smell like the undead or like death. And I'm going to put the bag on the ground and close it up and take a step away.
Mm-hmm.
There's something wrong with whatever is in these coins. Someone apprehend one of the merchants before they get away. I have suspicions about this.
All right, so...
Since I'm closest to that one, could I try doing that?
Yes. Can you make an intimidation check?
Dirty 20.
Okay. The merchant says, "Those are mine. I can explain. I can explain."
And Jaina wants to try to cut off the other one.
All right. So
it's just going to be movement and then dash to just block them.
Oops.
Are you still a spider?
No, I'm a giant lizard.
She's the lizard.
Oh, you're the lizard.
Yes. This is the lizard.
She fooled us all.
Turns towards this one, and what do you do to them?
No, I'm going around. I'm gonna cut them off because they're back. Yeah. So
Can I see and do I recognize the coin?
You can't see from where you're standing yet, but if you're going to get close to the bags, you can. So you cut off
Okay.
the other merchant.
Yeah.
Who just kind of digs her heels in, or his heel. That's a male centaur. This is a female human. Sorry. He digs his heels in, is like and whinnies from his human mouth, and says, "Okay." This hoplite comes around towards this. This one's still distracted by Chad's ass. Michiru, you wanted to get closer and try to see the coins.
Well, I see something shiny out of the corner of my eye, so I just naturally, oh, what's this going on here? That looks shiny.
Right. Okay, so Kamali, by the way, at this point, Jaina and everyone else, is sniffing around the wreckage of the cart.
Good.
So she says, these are my collector's coins. I know that they mean nothing and they smell bad, but I'm not intending to use them as counterfeits or anything. They're just my items.
Wow, you went to the counterfeit real quick.
Anyone respond
Insight
to
check. Insight check.
All right. Anyone who wants to make an insight check into that can.
Well,
I'll do that as well. I'll insight.
well, do I see the coins?
If you
16.
come up close to Alistair and
I rolled an
Alistair,
8.
do you let Michiru look into the bag?
Yes, Michiru can look in the bag.
All right, so repeat your numbers. I think I heard Jonathan say 8. What did you get, Christina?
16.
Okay.
I got it.
You say 18?
Yep.
All right. You're the only ones checking. So you all... Kopaka isn't quite sure what that even could mean or if they're telling the truth, but Jaina and Alistair think that these are genuinely possessions of this merchant and she's not trying to pass them off as real money, but she's definitely not letting on why she's so protective of them or why she has them, especially given their seemingly their association with death that is not being denied. And then, so Michiru looks into the bag. Michiru, you see these coins. Michiru, make a religion check.
Seven.
All right. You know that these are definitely coins that have come from the land of the dead or from those who are about to be buried or like taken from Return in Summerguard. You don't know why, but you can verify that these are unusual, rare coins that if they did not smell so strongly of death would be worth a lot of money.
Okay.
Are you going to share that with the group?
I am thinking about what I'm going to say. So I look at do I touch them or do I just leave them?
Up to you. Right now I did that based on just looking at them.
Ooh. I just look at them and I say, as somebody who has seen his fair share of valuable coins, I can tell that these are not worth anything. However, there is something unnatural about them.
Sorry, I'm just making some rolls real quick. Okay. All right. Responses from anyone? Anything going on?
I'm going to turn to the merchant and say, tell us the truth. Why are these so important to you?
The merchant sighs.
I got a bag of coins.
And says, okay, I don't know if it's safe for me to say this here, but I, as a traveler, as a merchant, often look to Theros for guidance. And I know that Theros is looking for a special coin. So I've been collecting these in hopes that one day I find the right coin. For now, though, I want that I keep them as a token of good luck to me.
Insight check.
He's lying.
That's a lot of tokens.
All right, roll for insight. For anyone who wants to roll for insight into what they're saying, or if anyone wants to roll for religion to see if they think that's right for the god.
Rolled a 22.
I rolled a 1.
Yeah.
Jaina's just flicking her tongue.
Jaina,
like that.
Yeah, exactly. Kopaka, you can tell that this person she's actually telling the truth. That like, this definitely has something to do with Athreos. There might be more value to them than she's letting on, or there might be like an ulterior motive to like having these specific ones. But these are definitely something that are associated with her devotion to Athreos. That would make sense for someone who is someone who travels the plains in between the polies a lot.
But if you want a good luck charm, that makes sense if it's like 1 coin. But a whole bag of good luck charms? How much luck you need?
Well,
These coins reek of death.
Yes, they are offering coins. And like I said, they bring me luck. I don't technically need all of them for my original purpose, but they remind me of my faith. And because of that, I keep as many as I can with me.
Did you take them from someone? From someone else's offering?
A sudden, the river that is, you're right next to or right on, it grows eerily silent, and it's almost like some fog has started to appear above the river.
I'm gonna draw my weapons.
Okay.
Mine are already drawn.
I'm a lizard.
You're a lizard.
I already have mine.
Okay.
I do. Sorry,
Chad, what were you gonna say?
Oh, go ahead.
Well, you know what? No, I'm not gonna draw because I have my loot nearby, so I'm not gonna draw my weapon.
Did you want to respond to anything that is being said or what's going on with the river?
Not yet. I'm gonna just try to calm down the guard beside me and manipulate him and think I'm attracted to him.
All right. Don't do any rolls, but tell me what you're doing or saying.
I am shaking my hips and then kind of acting afraid, like hoping that he's gonna protect me, but knowing that if something bad happens, that I'm basically gonna let him die first, and then destroy whatever is going.
He tentatively wraps his arm around you and puts his hand on your waist.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Chad is best, Chad.
All right. Did someone ask a question a second ago?
Can I use my divine sense?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll use one of my charges of divine sense, which lets me detect good and evil. Let's see what it says. You can detect good and evil until the end of your next turn. You can sense anything affected by the Hallow spell or know the location of any celestial fiend undead within 60 feet. That's not behind total cover.
All right. Well, you can tell that this sudden change in the river seems to be an omen from one of the gods trying to communicate with you all. And based on your passive knowledge, you could tell that Athreos, the god of the river, who is associated with omens like this. So this looks like to be an omen from Athreos that seems to bring a smile to the merchant as though they're being validated.
Well, that's enough for me. I think we should let them go on their way.
Would you like to share that information with anyone?
Yeah, I'm saying that.
Okay.
To the party. I should explain. Yes, this is obviously an omen from the gods. We should let these merchants go on their way. Whatever business they have doesn't concern us, and they're not a threat.
I mean, that's real nice. That's real nice of you, but I don't think we have control over this bridge.
Has Kamali discovered anything extra in there around the cart?
Kamali starts to yelp and stand in one spot, wagging and barking. So this hoplite is going to stand with the merchant for a second and say, okay, let me just confirm, you can have your bag back, but we want to inspect the rest of your inventory. At this point, this centaur runs forward. Oh, I can explain and I can help gather the stuff, but let me help. As though she wants to get to the stuff before the hoplite starts to go through it.
Can I try to
Intercept?
Yeah.
Yep. Can you make a athletics check?
Okay, so hold on. I need to see athletics. Okay. Ooh. 18.
All right. Yeah. You're able to grab your
I want to wrap my tongue around their torso and be like, nope.
All right. You wrap your tongue around the human torso of the centaur. Or do you want to do around the horse torso of the centaur? Or both?
The human chest torso.
Okay. Around the centaur's chest, and they still get that point across to the person, but then they kind of go back with a little bit of an oof. Rest of the party, what do you do?
Because Jaina knows there's poison stuff in there.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm trying to stop him because I want someone, because I know what Kamali's probably found, because I know what was in that cart. So that's why I did that.
Party, you hear Kamali barking over here, and do you do anything with that, or do you just try to do everything else?
Could I go up and cast my detect poison and disease?
So go over to where the cart was. Yeah.
Yeah, because we've been smelling a lot of death.
Yeah.
I feel like that's a fair.
Go ahead and do that. And
all right.
Do you need? Is there anything that any rolls associated with that? I don't think so, right?
No.
Okay.
For the duration, you can sense the presence and locations of poisons, poisonous creatures, and diseases within 30 feet of you.
Gotcha. So you sense a little bit of like what could be disease, but you're not sure if it's just general bad hygiene coming from the coins. But right over here, right next to where Kamali is. Also, wait, how do you approach coming towards the wolf?
I freaked her out a couple times. I freaked them out a couple times already. So dismissively.
Okay.
I will approach dismissively.
Sure.
Like I'm pretending they're not there.
You notice broken glass and what seems to be part of the because there's kind of sparse grass around everywhere, except for what seems to be almost like burnt or melted grass, surrounded by broken glass near where Kamali is barking. And you can tell that, okay, there were some kinds of poisons, like acids and stuff like that.
So I can actually identify the kind of poison it is. Yeah.
So this seems like a mix of multiple things have been brought. Like there was some that seemed almost like rubbing alcohol or the equivalent of a cleansing acid. And then one that seemed to be deadly, something akin to arsenic.
Mind explaining why you have deadly poisons with you too? Or are those for luck as well?
So the merchant who you were talking to previously, she says, well, you'll have to ask my associate about those. And the centaur here is struggling and is like, unhand me.
No.
And Jaina does not relent. The centaur eventually stops struggling and says, those were wares I was supposed to sell, and I was supposed to go quickly. Those were given to me by an apothecary in Melitus because they need to exchange supplies because they were trying to do a bunch of healing over there, and these were given to me as a means of trade because I need to help them, and we need to get it across as quickly as possible because there's only so much time left.
Insight check.
All right. Who wants to make an insight check?
So I was right. Insight.
I'll do an insight check as well.
All right.
I want to do
I rolled a 5, so
I'm
I
also-
take it at face value.
Okay.
10.
I'm going to respond to Kopaka and say, remember all the guests at the wedding were poisoned as well. So if this cart came from Melodus, we should investigate further.
10.
10. Anyone else?
19.
I also got 10.
All right. So
19.
So So Mishiru and Ched both have a 19. They can tell that the centaur is flustered. The other merchant wasn't entirely sure what that was, but they knew they had to get there quickly. And it does seem like these were given by an apothecary in Meletis. And you realize that this sounds really sketchy, but actually the centaur seems to be telling the truth and genuinely just trying to go back and forth with this. Everyone else hears what was said, but is suspicious because they're not sure, is this person trying to help or is this someone who poisoned people?
Wait, I'm suspicious? I don't take it at face value?
Correct. You don't take it at face value. Instead you are suspicious. Because basically it sounded so outrageous that the default reaction would be, there's no way this person wasn't, bringing poisons because they were using poison. But Mishiru and Ched can actually tell, no, these were actually a gift meant to be exchanged to try to get more medical supplies back to Meletis.
All right, I'm going to turn to Alistair. Was this the same poison that was used on our friends back in Meletis?
Your guess.
So, based on your detect poison, you can kind of recognize what these poisons are. You couldn't tell what was going on with the cake back in Meletis.
Right. I didn't have detect poison then.
True. It doesn't... Okay, so it not matching your memory could be a reflection of that, or it could be a reflection that they're different.
Okay. And I asked Alistair, and you said what?
Unfortunately, your guess is as good as mine. I can't tell one poison from another. But I do know this sounds suspicious.
Ched or Mishiru, do you want to comment? Is that a no?
This looks like it's kind of also a little bit of a waste of time. Like it's a distraction of our main goal. And our main goal is to cross the bridge and to get to where we need to go. So my thing is
Yeah, but if we just interrupted the way to heal people back in Meletis, we could be lessening the amount of days we have to solve the mystery.
The centaur continues to struggle against the tongue to try to stay stable. Jaina, you're still holding her with the tongue? Or holding him with your tongue?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Big tongue.
So the centaur sees and hears that you all are not 100% with this and looks to the other merchant and pleads, can you please tell them that what I'm telling is the truth? Ugh. And so this human merchant, she says, this is the information I received, but I'm receiving this again from the centaur. I can't say for sure. I just know that we're part of the same merchant party and we're heading towards Akros. But I've trusted this person before and it seems correct. But basically, I want plausible deniability in case this is an issue.
God damn it.
Why did they stop you going across the bridge?
Now the guard next to Ched peeps up and says, well, we try to inspect everyone to try to stop things like cursed relics and poisons intended to be used from entering near Akros. And these were refusing to undergo inspection, and it sounds like for good reason.
That said, our friends were poisoned in Meletis. At least that part of their story checks out.
The centaur continues to struggle and says, yes, and there's only until the end of the month before they all die, and that's only if we get them these supplies within the next few days.
What day is it? What day is it in the month right now?
So, I'm going to show this to other people real quick. So is in our About Theros tab on our Discord, not the Lags Discord, which you should all also join. But in our Discord in About Theros, I actually made a little
Theramacharian.
I copied the calendar. So we are in Theramacharian, the 9th month, And we are on day 3 of that month. Day 1 of that month was the wedding. This is day 3 of a 30-day month. At the end of the month becomes Catabacian, which is the beginning of winter in the month of Erebos, the god of death.
Ew.
So you are on day 3 of a 30-day month, but the centaur said that they need to get the supplies within the next few days for them to even last that long.
Can I roll an insight check here too?
Yeah.
I think we should trust the centaur.
I rolled a 15.
You think that with all the specifics being given,
17.
You think you'll be able to trust this person, but you want to ask maybe one more question, make sure that their story checks out.
Who sent you?
The centaur continues to struggle, says, please let me go. Jaina,
We just need a name.
relent?
Well, what was I got a 17 for the
Your reaction
insight
was
check.
the same of that. This person's probably telling the truth, but you want one more piece of information before knowing for sure.
So I'm not gonna let him go
Okay.
until he answers the question.
Okay. So he rather says, sorry, it's hard to think with this tongue around me, but it was some woman in a veil and a short apothecary. I don't know, but they wanted to stress the urgency, so please let me go and get across so we can help.
I mean, it is urgent.
That does sound like Farika, who we left back in Melodus to watch over George and the other wedding guests that were poisoned.
No, isn't Farika's the god, isn't it?
Yeah, one of the hot plays turns and says, the goddess herself showed up?
Technically.
No, what was her? I'm saying the wrong name. Talia. It was Talia.
Oh, a disciple of Rika.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I think we should trust the centaur. Let them exchange the medicine, and we should be on our way.
I'm going to turn to the party. See, I was right. We needed to get across. Add this to these merchants. We may have doomed our friends back in Melodus.
I agree with Alistair.
All of a sudden, you hear a scream coming from the other side of the bridge. It sounds like almost like 2 screams.
Oh, great.
Can I eat my good berry really quickly?
Yeah.
I'm going to make my way to the other side of the bridge and see if I can observe where the screams are coming from.
At this point, the fog is dissipated from the river, by the way. That was just for the omen, briefly. So you're going to go up the bridge?
Yeah.
Jaina wants to, since Jaina's going to pull, like, basically nudge the centaur, because, like, the whole point that she did all of this was she was hoping there was a moment where they could have a reason to go across the bridge.
Yes.
So it's not like she doesn't completely loosen the tongue, but she's kind of like making it less tight and kind of nudging.
Gotcha.
Like, let's go towards the bridge.
Yeah,
like, wink,
loosening
wink.
enough that you can actually like push a little bit.
Yeah, and be like, let's go, wink, wink. We're going across the bridge.
The centaur
wink, wink.
stumbles a little bit, and lets out a grunt, but begins to comply.
Yeah.
Well,
how much money were they needing for the supplies?
Well, we don't know. That's why they gave us these extra vials to sell, but those are broken, and we no longer have a cart to carry a lot of our wares. So I don't know. Alistair, from the bridge, you can see what seems to be some sort of altercation between a human and the hoplite who had just crossed. The one that was going to go alert the people of the general, or go to talk to the general about what's going on.
Am I close enough to interact with them, or do I need to go further?
You can't really hear what they're saying, but you can see them, and they wouldn't be able to hear you clearly, but they might be able to hear if you really shout. Just that you're there.
Okay. I'm just going to keep walking across the bridge then and see if I can get closer to them.
Everyone else, what's going on?
I'm gonna cross the bridge as well and look at Jaina and Jaina and the wolf distrustingly. They just might have screwed over our friends.
I'm going
Jaina
to
doesn't know that.
That's true.
What were you saying, Jaina?
Jaina doesn't know most of what's going on with the wedding. Like,
So I walk with Kopaka, and I just under my breath say, "So I may have stabbed one of the soldiers."
It's okay. I killed one of them.
Yes,
Oh my
but
god, no, you didn't.
Yes, I did.
I killed him.
I killed him. You did a lot of damage. I killed him.
girls, we both killed him.
But anyway, yeah. So I'm just
Okay.
like, so I.
Okay, so
may have
y'all are
stabbed-
gabbing about stabbing people.
She may or may not be dead. I don't know.
The hoplites both. The hoplite was very distracted by Ched, but I might have to go ahead and check on that situation. Is that okay with you?
I was gonna be like, I'm gonna check up with you, babe, and I'm gonna walk with him towards Michiru and
All right.
Kopaka.
This one's kind of trying to rush, but because Ched is walking slower, decides to not go at a normal pace. This hoplite, on the other hand, kind of rushes forward and attempts to run past Michiru and Kopaka. Do you all like let them through, or do they have to shove their way through?
They gotta shove their way through. I still don't like these guys.
All right.
Then I just quietly say, like, we may have a fight on our hands.
So make a strength roll to contest their strength.
17.
All right. The hoplite tries to push past you, but isn't able to get through, and kind of like runs into you and like falls on their ass and says, "I want to go check on what's going on over there," and tries to run around Michiru like the other way.
Well, are we all heading over there?
Yes, but
Not with the same amount of urgency?
Yes, but this might be an emergency. And they continue to charge forward and
Whatever.
almost reach up towards Alistair. Alistair continues to walk, and this hoplite, who you recognize as the one who's going to be the messenger, says, please be careful. It seems that this vagabond has murdered one of my platoon mates." And point in someone who was with the merchant party, this human man, is on the ground with a spear pointed at him from this hoplite. And you can see, Alistair, as you approach closer, that there is a fallen hoplite, and she's on the ground right in front of where this merchant is. And this one.
Take my way to the fallen hoplite and see if she's still alive or if she's dead.
All right. Make a medicine check.
And I'd like to be running and keeping up with that orange one on the bridge. I don't want to be like lagging behind.
More like lags in behind, am I right? Hashtag Los Angeles Gaming Society. No.
So since that you guys are all going over the bridge,
Mhm.
Jaina, who is leading them toward the bridge, decides to because like, so where is the other guard in front? Because Jaina was further back. Is the other guard behind Yeah, the one with Ched. Who's getting to the bridge first? Because Jaina was further away from the centaur.
These ones like just get in front of you guys.
So then, since the guard is not facing Jaina, she's going to pull at the centaur and let go, try and like use her head to be like, go to the cart, like, get your stuff. Because now they're in the back.
The centaur understands, is like, okay, thankful, finally, okay. And
so did the other one?
She taps the other merchant and says, "Let's grab our stuff." And they kind of just take handfuls of as much as they can grab. The Michiru, are you still holding the bag of coins?
Yes.
Okay. So this merchant grabs the other 2 bags of regular coins that are over here and a few supplies that from what I can tell that wouldn't be broken. Same with the centaur over here.
How much of their cart gear got broken?
Probably like 2/3 of it. The rest were things that were not perishable, but they're just no longer in their containers.
And I destroyed the cart, right?
Cart
can't.
You destroyed the actual cart itself. All of it's shattered and broken. Okay. So as people are coming across, getting closer, they're like, they see, apprehend this murderer. Talking about the merchant here who's on the ground and is just kind of speechless with the spear of this one pointing at them. Michiru and Kopaka approach and hear and see what is going on as well. These circles are not happening anymore.
Was I able to tell?
Sorry. Well, you can tell that the hoplite is just barely clinging to life. They're unconscious.
Can I use my lay on of hands to heal her?
Yes. How many now? Is that a roll of her hit dice for how much she's healing?
No, so it's 10 different charges basically that are 1 HP each.
Mm-hmm.
Or I can use that in any like increment. I can use 3.
Oh,
I can.
How many would you like to use?
I'll use all 10.
All right.
Can I try to stop him? You won't be able to get there quite in time to stop him, but you can make an attempt to try to rush over and yell. But it will end up going through. We'll find out how close you get, though. Yeah, no, that's fine. I'll just rush over and see what's happening. I don't know what's going on.
Okay. Alistair, you're laying your hands to heal, and this hoplite seems to be breathing more steadily, their heart is beating fully, and they're slowly opening their eyes and saying, "What happened? What?" And looks around, and right now basically can only see these you, Alistair, and a hoplite pointing a spear at a merchant. What is going on? The hoplites see that she's come to and say, this one comes over to Alistair and says, "Thank you so much. And Private, what is going on?" And she's like, I was asking you. So Mishiru, you see now that this hoplite's been revived and they don't quite see you. What do you do?
Can I cast Disguise Self?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I cast Disguise Self, and I just tried to disguise myself as a female. Let's see. I'll go for a female Triton.
Okay. So the person who just regained consciousness does not see this. These people are focused on what's going on over here. Kopaka, Ched, and this hoplite are able to see you change your appearance slightly. Kopaka and Ched, do either of you have a response to what just happened? Just watching Mishiru change form.
I just start lightly applauding.
Can I just do a snap like this?
Yeah. The hoplite says, "Wait, what? What? Didn't the Triton look different before?"
What Triton? What are you talking about?
Well, you're a Triton.
Yeah, but what other Triton?
Can you make a deception check?
Look up what my modifier is. 16.
The hoplite turns to Ched and says, Am I getting confused again? Ched, what do you respond?
Muted.
I just do a little winky face.
The hoplite doesn't really understand what that means and turns to the Leonin. Did you see, is this person the same person as who was in your party a few minutes ago?
Of course.
Make a deception check.
Oh God.
Well, he's telling the truth. He is the same.
6.
All right. The hoplite does not. You can tell that you're holding back some sort of information, but is confused on what is actually going on, and kind of just gives up at that point. The soldier who's regaining consciousness with some revitalized by Alistair begins to sit up and say, I don't think that this was the one who attacked me, but I don't remember who was. She starts looking around and she sees Michiru and says, I think it was a Triton, but I don't remember what they looked like. And everyone turns, these people turn and look at Michiru.
Isn't that racial profiling?
You said you were attacked by a Triton?
Yes. There aren't a lot of Tritons that come through this part.
No, there aren't. That's really strange. I would have. I did see a shadow jump into the river when we were crossing the bridge.
Maybe it has something to do with that fog.
Uh, 19.
Okay. So this guard was the one who was previously on this side and knew her and saw Michiru with her, and looks at Michiru and now is kind of second guessing himself. They're like, well, there was a rogue Triton who ended up taking me hostage, the one that we tried to help before, but they seem to have, I could have sworn,
Oh,
Are you okay?
I swear, girl, I saw Triton jump on the river, or I saw a shadow jump on the river from the bridge when we were trying to cross.
Was it the fog? What was going on?
I don't know. I'm just. Are you okay, sweetie?
I think I'm okay, but I can't get up. But please release that merchant. He had nothing to do with this. And the merchant gets up gratefully. So they're willing to look past and move on, it seems. And it looks like you all have successfully crossed the bridge. Jaina, are you crossing as a lizard?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm making sure that they get all their stuff.
Yeah, they are coming in behind the people. Everyone is now on the other side of the bridge.
So what I'm gonna do is wait. Actually,
I'll move you back. I just don't want to release this.
Yeah. Well, what I was gonna say was actually, so I'm gonna let them go ahead of me, like a ways. I'm gonna make sure they can't see me, and then I'm gonna transform back into a centaur. I'm gonna let Kamali go first. I'm just gonna like a wait a beat.
Gotcha. Perfect. Okay.
So I'm making sure no one, because like, you said the river's pretty far, so none of them would be able to see me, right?
Would not see you transform.
Okay, so I'm making sure everyone's going, and I'm gonna wait a bit to try to.
First. Everyone's on the other side of the river. I'm actually just going.
So Jane is gonna wait like a minute to try to be like, I'm not with them. I don't know who they are.
Does anyone react to seeing Jaina come across the bridge and arrive?
You mean the lizard?
She's not in lizard form. She's back as a centaur.
Oh.
I start clapping again.
I'll stretch out my axe. You may have fucked over our friends back in Melitus with that lizard stunt you pulled.
Are you saying this quietly? Or are you saying this loudly?
Not loudly, but forcefully.
Gotcha.
Okay.
All right. We're going to end there because I know Jamil has to get going to the airport to pick up a friend. So we're going to end there. You've crossed the bridge.
We did
it! No one else died, really. Yay! Okay, people, any standout moments you want to share before we say goodnight to the chat?
I didn't kill the lizard. I feel really good about that.
This lizard. You killed the lizard last week.
Man, I felt so good about this, and you just gotta bring me back down to earth. Why you like this?
I liked that I was doing the right thing by helping the merchants get across last week. I liked that reveal.
Oh yeah, now you like it.
Yeah, wait, because they said
earlier was like
they said thank you to you, and you were like, why aren't you staying and helping us? Help us.
I didn't say that.
Yeah, when they looked at you and they said thank you, and you were like,
no,
why
I was like,
are they going?
No, they said thank you, and I was focused on the person next to me. The hoplite next to me.
I was the one that made the comment.
It was me.
When I wasn't there, I was just making the comment like out of character.
I think everyone wants to know.
They were also being terrorized by these aggressive hoplites. I wanted them to get across the bridge because no one should have to deal with that. type of behavior.
Mm-hmm.
Can I admit briefly that I totally forgot that Michiru is the one that maimed the hoplite on the other side?
I could tell. I was like, he's about to bring back to life the person I stabbed.
It didn't occur to me until
you weren't
I tried to stop him, and I was like, "What?"
Michiru, I don't think told you that Michiru did that on the other side, but you might have been able to put it 2 and 2 together, given that Michiru was on the other side and emerged with a hostage.
Didn't
And then she was stabbed.
I saw the hoplites in trouble, and I was like, I should help them.
She fell into my knife.
I should have also disguised myself as that guard.
I don't know why you went to being just another Triton. I'm like, it made it easier for the other people to believe that you were different.
Yeah,
but like for her, like she was still suspicious.
I just figured like a Triton would be more like believable for like, okay, there are people that know there's a Triton here.
Right.
The other guy probably didn't see me close enough to know if I was a male or a woman. If all of a sudden there's this random like centaur here or this random just human,
true. Yeah, that's true.
Like they would be like, where the hell did you come from? Like at least they were like, I've always been here. What are you talking about?
Chad, are you and the Hoplite Facebook official yet?
Listen, according to his mind, he thinks he is, but he will be disposable as soon as I can get where I need to get.
He was the strongest, most aggressive Hoplite, so you taming him, pretty impressive. He'll have to funnel that aggression elsewhere.
Thighs.
Won't be able to... Go ahead.
I was just saying, do you guys know the movie Jungle to Jungle? It's the movie... I think it's called Jungle to Jungle, and it's with the guy from Home Improvement. I'm forgetting his name right now. Yeah, Tim Allen and the kid, and he finds out he has a son who's in the jungle, and then the kid has never been in the city, and they don't know anything or how any of that stuff works.
I've never seen this before.
Imagine that being Jaina, because Jaina has grown up on the plains with a raiding group. Like she doesn't go to the cities. She still doesn't know any of your backstory in terms of what's going on with the poison. She was like, lizard bag, we're trying to cross the bridge. I'll be a lizard. Here you go. Yay, we've crossed the bridge.
Right. Yeah, Tags remembers the movie, so there's that. Tags in the chat.
Tags, yay!
Charles is saying, I feel like nothing will come between the true bromance between Chad and Alistair. A bromance, romance? I'm not sure. I guess we'll have to see Chad and Alistair's fate.
That's a lot of fur.
I didn't even know that was a thing until now.
The people are shipping it.
We've been shipped.
The people of the chat.
People ship it.
All right, everyone. Have a great night. We'll be back here next week. Right now, all of the previous episodes for this campaign are available on YouTube. ! Wedding video in the chat I just did. You can see they'll be on my YouTube channel, but also through the LAGs, or rather LA Gamers, this channel. There are highlight reels and stuff like that under our videos. On Twitch, you can find the